Elon Musk was born in a place called Pretoria in South Africa on June 28, 1971. His mother, May Musk, was a model and a dietitian. That means she helped people eat healthy food. His father, Elon Musk, was an engineer. He knew a lot about building things. Elon had a younger brother named Kimball and a younger sister named Tosca. They were a family of 5 people living in South Africa. When Elon was a child, he loved to read books. He read many kinds of books, even very difficult ones. He spent hours and hours reading, learning new things all the time. It is said that he had a very good memory. He could remember a lot of information from the books he read. He also liked computers very much, very early. He was interested in how they worked. He learned how to program computers when he was only about 10 years old. This is very young to learn computer programming. He even created his own video game called Blaster and sold to a magazine. Life in South Africa wasn't always easy for Elon. Sometimes, other children were not nice to him. He was sometimes bullied at school. This made things difficult for him. But he still kept learning and exploring new ideas. He was very curious about the world. Elon went to school in South Africa. He attended a school called Waterkloof House Preparatory School. He then went to Bryanston High School, and he finished at Pretoria Boys High School. After finishing high school, Elon decided he wanted to move. He didn't want to stay in South Africa. He thought there were more opportunities, meaning more chances to do big things in other countries. He first wanted to move to the United States because he thought it has many innovative companies. So, at the age of 17, he moved to Canada. He had some family there. Moving to a new country is a big change. It can be hard to leave your home and friends, but Elon was brave and wanted to try new things. In Canada, he went to Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. He studied there for 2 years. After 2 years in Canada, he finally moved to the United States. He went to the University of Pennsylvania. This is a very good university. At the University of Pennsylvania, he studied 2 things, physics and economics. Physics is the science of how things work in the universe. Economics is the study of how money and businesses work. He got degrees in both of these subjects. He worked very hard at university and got good results in his studies. Studying 2 hard subjects at the same time is a lot of work. After university, Elon wanted to start his own business. With his brother, Kimball, he started a company called Zip2. Zip2 was like an online city guide. Imagine a map of a city, but on the computer. Zip2 helped people find businesses and get directions. It was a new idea at the time when people didn't really use the internet like that. It was hard work to start a new company. But Elon and Kimball worked very hard. They even slept in their small office to save money. After some years, a bigger company called Compaq saw that Zip2 was good. Compaq decided to buy Zip2 for a lot of money. This made Elon a rich man. He was still young, but he had already done something very big. After selling Zip2, Elon didn't stop working. He started another company. This one was called XCOM. XCOM was an online bank. This was also a new idea at the time. People were not used to doing banking online. Later, XCOM became part of another company called PayPal. PayPal made it easy for people to send money to each other online. It became very popular. Elon helped to make PayPal a big success. Then another big company called eBay bought PayPal. Again, Elon made a lot of money. He had now sold 2 successful companies. He could have stopped working then, but he had even bigger dreams. These sales allowed him to start new, bigger projects. He was ready for the next big step in his career. After selling PayPal, Elon Musk had a lot of money. He could have relaxed, but he wanted to do more. He had 2 very big dreams. One dream was to help humans go to other planets, especially Mars. The other dream was to make electric cars popular and good for the environment. These were very ambitious goals. First, let's talk about space. Elon believed that humans needed to explore space. He thought it was important for the future. So in 2002, he started a company called SpaceX. SpaceX stands for Space Exploration Technologies. The goal of SpaceX was to make rockets that could go to space, and importantly, to make them cheaper than before. At first, things were very difficult. Building rockets is very hard. SpaceX tried to launch its first rocket, called the Falcon 1. The first launch failed. That means the rocket didn't go to space. Then they tried again. The second launch also failed, and then a third time it failed again. This was very disappointing. SpaceX was running out of money. It looked like the company might fail. Many people said it was impossible to do what Elon wanted, but Elon did not give up. He believed in his dream. SpaceX tried one more time. The fourth launch of Falcon 1 was successful. The rocket finally went to space. This was a very important moment. It showed that SpaceX could do it. After this, SpaceX got contracts, which are like agreements, with NASA. NASA is the US government space agency. NASA paid SpaceX to send things to the International Space Station. This is a place where astronauts live and work in space. It orbits, which means goes around the Earth. SpaceX kept working and making better rockets. They made a bigger rocket called the Falcon 9. They also made a spaceship called Dragon. Dragon can carry supplies and even people to space. SpaceX also did something very special. They made their rockets reusable. This means that parts of the rocket can come back to Earth and be used again. Before, rocket parts were just thrown away. Reusable rockets are much cheaper. This is very important for making space travel more affordable. Now, let's talk about cars. Elon Musk also wanted to change how people drive. He thought electric cars were better for the environment. Electric cars don't use gasoline. Gasoline makes pollution when it burns. Electric cars use batteries and are much cleaner. In 2003, he did invest money in a small company that was doing electric cars. The company was called Tesla Motors, now called just Tesla. Elon put a lot of his money into Tesla. He became the boss, the CEO of the company. At first, Tesla also had many problems. Making cars is also very hard. Tesla's first car was called the Roadster. It was a sports car. It was fast and cool, but it was also very expensive. Not many people could buy it. Tesla needed to make a car that more people could afford, after many years of hard work. The Roadster was good to prove that electric cars could be fun and fast. Then, Tesla made a car called the Model S. This was a bigger car, and it was still expensive, but more people could buy it than the Roadster. The Model S was a very good car. It got great reviews. People liked it a lot. It showed that electric cars could be good for everyday use. Tesla also started building charging stations. These are places where you can charge the battery of an electric car. It's like a gas station, but for electric cars. Having many charging stations makes it easier to own an electric car. Later, Tesla made more cars like the Model X, Model 3, and Model Y. The Model 3 and Model Y are less expensive. This means more people can buy them. Tesla became a very big and important car company. Elon Musk is not only interested in space and cars. He has also started other companies. These companies do different things, but they all try to solve big problems. He likes to work on many different projects at the same time. He's known for being very busy and working very long hours. One of these companies is called the Boring Company. This company has a funny name. Boring can mean not interesting, but it also means digging holes. The Boring Company digs tunnels under cities. Elon Musk got the idea for this company because he was stuck in traffic. Traffic is when there are too many cars on the road and they move very slowly. Elon thought that tunnels could help solve this problem. Cars could go under the ground and avoid the traffic on the streets above. The Boring Company has already built some tunnels. They built a test tunnel in Los Angeles. This tunnel is used to try out new ideas for digging tunnels faster and cheaper. The goal is to make a network of tunnels under cities. This could make transportation much faster. It is a very ambitious project, and it is still in the early stages. They are still learning and improving their methods. Another company Elon Musk started is called Neuralink. This company is working on something very different. They are trying to connect computers to human brains. This is called a brain-computer interface. It sounds like science fiction, but Neuralink is working to make it real. The idea is to put tiny wires, called electrodes, into the brain. These wires could read signals from the brain and also send signals to the brain. Neuralink hopes that this technology could help people with brain injuries or diseases. For example, it could help people who cannot move their arms or legs. It could also, maybe one day, allow people to communicate with computers using only their thoughts. This is a very long-term project, and there are many challenges to overcome. Elon Musk is also involved with a company called OpenAI. OpenAI is a research company that studies artificial intelligence, or AI. Artificial intelligence is when computers can do things that usually only humans can do, like learning and making decisions. OpenAI wants to make sure that AI is safe and helpful for everyone. They do research and share their findings with the world. Elon Musk believes that AI is very powerful and it is important to develop it carefully. He wants to make sure AI is used for good and not for bad. There are a lot of debates about the future of AI and the goal of OpenAI to provide helpful insights. There was also a company called Solar City. Solar City made solar panels. Solar panels collect energy from the sun and turn it into electricity. Elon Musk was involved with Solar City from the beginning. He helped the company grow. Later, Tesla bought Solar City. Now, Solar City is part of Tesla. This means that Tesla not only makes electric cars, but also helps people get clean energy from the sun. Combining the two companies made sense for Elon Musk's bigger vision. In 2022, Elon Musk decided he wanted to buy Twitter. Twitter is a social media company. People use Twitter to share short messages called tweets. Many people use Twitter every day to get news, follow people, and share their thoughts.